I want to go across to Lavina Variani because you happen to stay in ATS Village. If our producers can just call up that graphic which explains where ATS is. So you're perilously close to this particular tower. Now, what are your concerns? You've heard from Utkarsh at Edifice the preparations that have been made. What are you most worried about tonight?
Yeah, so there are a lot of apprehensions, like you just said, that it's once in a lifetime, and this is one of the biggest demolitions taking place in NCR. And being so close to the demolition site, and I'm sorry I can't just show it to you from my balcony because of the lighting now, but we're just 60 meters away from the demolition site, and the apprehensions are many regarding the impact of the shock waves and the long-term impact on the foundation. I'm sure Mr. Utkarsh has taken care of the nitty-gritties, but still, as residents, we are scared.
So it's only natural, especially with such a big building coming down. Does it potentially impact the structure of the buildings in the nearby area?
No, I mean, I would say absolutely no. There are three reasons why I would be confident in saying this. Number one is we've done the predictions on vibrations, and that to a third party back in UK. The vibrations suggested by the report which have been submitted are very minimal. Now that's the maximum where what we see is 34 mm per second. We call it as peak particle velocity, that's PPV. In Indian standards, anything above around 25 mm per second is anyways allowed. That's the first thing. Now, since it is 34 at a 10-meter distance, what we've done, we've tried to reduce these vibrations by making sure that we don't get the structure come down on the ground at one go. If you remember, you rightly said it's a waterfall implosion. So there's a logic behind keeping this waterfall implosion. So the first point of the building which will be grounded and the last point of the structure which will be grounded, there will be a gap of almost 7 seconds. Now I'm talking in seconds. These seconds are too long a period to create a vibration. So that's a basic design which we've
Rajiv
done.
Narula, a lot of the real estate companies are looking at this very carefully, because if this twin tower, once it's brought down, there are so many illegal buildings that have been set up in gross violation of the law. The fear is that this could become a norm. There's a counter argument being made that once such a big building had been set up, could it have been used for some public purpose, some charitable purpose? So you take it away from the builder, put it to some public good use, and allow for that to continue. This was argued before the court. The Supreme Court decided in its wisdom against it. But do you think that should have been a more reasonable approach?
No, I don't think so. So, well, to understand that what the Supreme Court said, you will have to just understand the nature of construction. There are about 4 types of constructions. First construction is as per sanction plan. Second type of construction is completely illegal, where there are no sanction plans. Third type of construction is where the sanction plans are there, but there are few irregularity, which is called irregular construction. So therefore, irregular construction has got 2 limbs. One limb is which cannot be regularized. Like if there is no FSI available, or you construct in a CRZ zone, or you construct in a manner which is hazardous to the occupants, like you reduce the open spaces around you where fire brigade cannot enter, etc., which cannot be condoned, because there is a mandatory provision that these are the mandatory requirement for open spaces. CRZ cannot be violated, FSI norms cannot be violated. But if you have just enclosed a balcony, that is regularizable construction. But if it is irregular construction which cannot be regularized, to my mind, Supreme Court in Friends Colony case, Kempakola case has rightly said that builders are violating the building law out of their own volition. It is not an accidental overslip.
Correct.
Accidental overslip I can understand. But if you allow one building to stay, then you will have to adopt that yardstick for 2,000 other buildings which are constructed illegally. So how many buildings government will take over, and what will happen to that? And lawlessness, there is no accountability. According to me, even corporation is accountable for that. But till today, nobody is held accountable.